Hey everybody, I'm Sean. Welcome to another episode of Adventuring Spiders. Alright everybody, it's another day here in Hanoi, and we're starting this off by going to a local prison, this one known as the Hanoi Hilton, a place where they kept POWs during the Vietnam War, American POWs. This is what the site originally looked like in this picture, and there's a nice little model here. Hopefully it'll show up. A good portion of this no longer exists because they knocked down about 2/3 of it to build some office towers. This prison was built by the French, and it housed originally Vietnamese prisoners who were revolting against Ho Chi Minh. And then when the French left in 1954, it was handed over to the Vietnamese, and they used it to house the POWs from the Vietnam War. This is an example of a communal prison right here. And if you behaved, you only had to have 1 foot locked in shackles, but if you were like this one, you got 2. And these communal prison rooms had 1 bathroom. I'll show that here. This is an example here of the communal toilet. This is very, very interesting. This is an old section of sewer line that was preserved from when they destroyed the other part of the prison. What you can see here is that these bars have been cut, and they used razor blades to cut through this, so you can imagine how long it took. Something like 8 or 9 prisoners actually escaped through the sewers using this method. This is a diagram of what it looked like for them to be down in the sewer cutting. This one is a female cell, and as you can see, they often deliver children in prison. Something else right here. This is the one of the original French guillotines that was used to execute Vietnamese prisoners. Just completed the museum area here at the prison. A lot of information to read, a lot of pictures, a lot of stories about the people who were here. Obviously you get a very different view of what this prison meant to the people in Vietnam compared to the experience from both US soldiers and even the Vietnamese who were kept here by the French. So it's always good to have a different perspective, and it's a relatively quick tour, but it was busy, so I would recommend either getting here early or late in the day. This is our first alley of the trip. We are currently making our way towards the home of a Vietnam veteran, and we're going to talk to him about his experience with the Vietnam War. He's North Vietnamese, and so this is one of our cultural experiences. I won't be filming any of that because obviously we're going to talk to him privately. But what's interesting about this alley is this leads into many of the houses of the people who live around here. In fact, their doors are all open, so I can look right into their houses. Here's an example. You got somebody's house right here. You can see the stairs going upstairs into their house, their kitchen right here, and they park their scooters right in the house. So, again, here's another house. Okay, so we just got done talking to the North Vietnamese veteran. What an amazing experience. Probably the best experience I've ever had on a trip like this. Got to hear his side of the story, how he participated. He was a pilot in the war, how he shot down a US plane. He was flying in a MiG, and he shot down an A4, a US A4. Both pilots that he shot down survived, and years later, he met those pilots that he shot down in the United States, and he became friends with one of them, And they even wrote a book. I think it was called My Enemy, My Friend. So really amazing story, and an amazing gentleman, and just what an incredible opportunity. We are in transit to a new location. We're on our way to Halong Bay here in Vietnam, but we just got off the bus for a second because we wanted to look at some rice fields up close. So that's what I'm standing in front of. I'll give you a quick shot of that. All right, and here's a close-up of the rice grains themselves on the flat plants and the irrigation system that they use to flood the rice. And how old these irrigation systems are, I have no idea, but I'm sure they're quite old.
Bây giờ không bán lâu rồi.
Không làm đúng không? Nghỉ lâu.
Bây giờ anh chị đi rừng hết rồi.
À, đi rừng hết.
Vâng, đi rừng.
She makes sure that she doesn't cut them off a lot and doesn't cut her hair. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, other people they just chop and they lose a lot of pineapple, but we save a lot that way. Yeah.
Stopped here at a roadside stand, watched them clean a pineapple. These are little mountain pineapples, and we're actually in some higher elevation areas closer to the coast. These pineapples are grown in the pine forest, and I'll show it to you just over here. So a lot of these pineapples are grown up in this pine forest, and they clean them in this very specific way to save as much of the pineapple as possible. So we're digging in. They're very good. Alright, this is the boat. We got a welcome here. Getting on, we're gonna cruise into Halong. Just gonna check out our room here on the boat. Alright, so we just got on the boat here. This is the mess hall, I guess. And very traditional looking boat, and there we go. There's first look at Halong Bay. Alright everybody, so we just left the port here at Halong, and we are getting our first look at Halong Bay. And here we go. Beautiful. What an amazing place. UNESCO World Heritage Site. And absolutely gorgeous. A little bit foggy today, but it kind of adds a little bit to the mystery of this place. And we are going to be staying overnight, sheltered in a bay and around one of these islands. And we get to cruise here for a whole day. All right, here's the top deck view from our ship. And all the ships looked like they leave port at the same time, so we're kind of at one point followed by about 30 or 40 boats, and we're just gradually over time separating, but there's still quite a few around us. And this is the top deck here, which again with the 360 view, absolutely gorgeous, and really looking forward to relaxing after a couple hectic days in Hanoi. In here, checking out the continued beautiful landscape, and these boats are definitely the way to do it. Really well designed. We've got a few floors with covered roofs so you can get out of the sun, and just absolutely amazing. Hard to get a really good shot of this place that's going to do it justice, and I'm absolutely positive it's not, because you'll just never pick up what this looks like on a GoPro. So I'm doing my best. All right, so we just anchored here in a bay, and some of the people who were on the boat went on an excursion. They load you onto some smaller boats, take you off into the distance and up to a village where you can go see some local village life, and I think they're also doing a local cooking lesson or demonstration. But we decided that we wanted to just take it easy and stay on the boat and enjoy this amazing scenery, which I also highly recommend. And the weather right now is probably the coolest and nicest it's been on this whole trip so far. I would say probably 26 degrees with a breeze coming off the water, so, and clouds, so it's absolutely gorgeous. So as you can see, here's the bay that we sheltered in. We got the gorgeous limestone cliffs, and we're up top on the very top of the boat, and because everybody's on the excursion, it's really just us.